Yo, what's going on, guys? So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working through this upper back. Now, as you can see right here, we have a little bit of a cupping, and we just started off working the serratus anterior, and now we're moving up into this trapezius area. Now, what we want to do is we're just going to palpate and see what we find and work through. And obviously this lower back right here is pretty insane, but our main focus for the day is actually the upper back. So that's probably going to be a part two needing to happen. As you can see, it's pulling all over the obliques. Needs more work, but that's fine. So we're going to go through up here. Now the first thing I like to do is I like to go ahead and put the arm down first. And what I'm going to do by doing that is we're going to put a lot of the pressure up here in the upper traps. And so by doing so, this forces us to detail the upper trap first, and then we move the arm down to a more neutral position, which is going to be right here. Now this will put a lot of pressure right here. So I'll be able to find a different area of tension instead of working the upper trap. Now the upper trap starts to feel a little bit more relaxed, and then the tension in the mid rhomboids starts to pop up. And so that's what we're going to do next. And we're just going to detail. Not too much tension here, which is good. There you go. Now let's go ahead and just trace the erector spinae all the way down real quick. Just loosen it up just a little bit. Now, because I'm feeling the tension right here, I'm just going to hit it with basically a mallet, which is other known as tucks in therapy. And we are going to go in right here and just give a quick little tap. Okay, just like that. Feels a lot better. Obviously still needs to have some lower back work, but again, not really focusing on that today. Now that this is starting to feel more relaxed, we focused on global tension versus localized. We're working mid-back and then allowing the alleviation to occur in the mid-rhomboid area. Now, what's the next thing we can do? Well, we can bring the arm down right here, and now we're getting slight flexation of the shoulder. And through that, we're going to get a little bit more movement. We can grab the lat a little bit more. We can work the teres major, we can work the teres minor, see how it feels. But let's say we want to get even more detail. Well, you can skip on that. Bring the arm over here. And now we can detail around the shoulder blade. We're getting that nice flexation. And now I can feel the erector spinae tightening a little bit, and that's okay. That's what we want. We want to put them in an uncomfortable position so that way we can relax them in an uncomfortable position. As soon as they relax in that uncomfortable position, once we go back to neutrality, it'll be even looser. And just like that, it's starting to get way looser. We want this upper trap to loosen up just a little bit more. So let's see what we can do with this. Well, hopefully this doesn't die. But this is the perfect portion for where we can have the TMJ pen do its thing. It's going to be using high frequency vibration to relax the area, also using heat. There we go. Now that's feeling way more pliable. I'm actually able to glide through the tissue now, which is what we want. And now let's go ahead and bring the arm back down and move on to the other side. All right, proceeding now to the other side, we're going to go ahead and bring it around. And we're doing the same exact thing. I'm going to palpate through. Feel this upper trap first. Oh. Now let me go ahead and move this. Again, we're just polishing through. Now we're going to go ahead and feel the erector spinae. Honestly, this one's not feeling too bad. Serratus posterior is tight, basically a squid of the back. We got serratus anterior and serratus posterior. And the posterior is feeling extremely tight. But again, usually linked to obliques. We're not touching that. Let's continue up. And let's move the arm into the second position. And what are we going to do here? Mid-rhomboid area. Tracing all the way through. Feeling on this lower edge of the scapula. Seeing it pull down. So how can we open this up just a little bit more, huh? Well, we can bring this around. Excellent. This is why we work all areas, including the front, so that way we can get the shoulder nice and loose, just like this. But how can we get it a little looser? Well, see a little tension here? Teres minor, teres major, a little bit of tension, relief, and now we got even looser, just like that. So this is how we're using all different angles to give relief. Now, how can we finish this off? How can we make this even greater? Well, let's go into myofascial decompression. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do is we are going to basically work the areas and apply these cups to all the tension areas that we originally found. And we're gonna trace downwards. Just trace it out. I'm gonna do this side first, and then we'll do the other. Just for a little bit of measure, we're just gonna pop some silicone cups real quick all over here, and same thing over here. And you guys are wondering, from an upward view, that's the way it looks. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and leave these cups on for about 5 minutes and check back in just a moment. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and take off these cups. It's been about 5 minutes. Alright, there we go. Now we have darker spots, and why do we have darker spots? Well, we have darker spots because the darker spots are where a lot of the fascial densification is currently at, in my opinion, right? This is like, it's not backed up by science or anything, but I do believe that fascia restricts blood flow, and when there's a restriction of blood flow, you tend to bruise more easier, and so that's why over here we don't see anything, over here we don't see anything, but on the main areas of tension, we can definitely see where a lot of that densification was at. Now let's check the other side. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and remove these other sides so you can check it out. And this side's looking a lot better, but so got a little one right here and another one right here, and everything else is looking pretty darn good. Way better than the other side. Why is that? Well, because I believe we were able to go a little bit slower on this side when we were faced up, and we got to cup the front side. Well, we cupped both of them, but I feel like we were able to go a little slower on this side, and so it gave us better results on the back than if we were to just put minimal effort and then come to the back or whatever. And so I think that by applying more slower pressure, we were able to detail a lot more on the serratus anterior. We're getting less restriction here on this upper back versus this side. We had a lot more darker spots. Why is that? Because we had densification in the front, and I just didn't have enough time if I wanted to cover all my bases. Okay, so let's go ahead and just palpate and see how it feels. Still a little bit, but overall, he's feeling really, really good. Alright guys, so once again, I'm John of Greater Therapeutics. If you guys like this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, let me know what you think about this video. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. It helps us out so much. We are on the road to 100,000 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for supporting, watching, and making it this far into this video. And until next time, stay greater.